Beep boop. Testing, testing. Are we on? I think we're on. I think we're good. Yep, yep, yep. Okay. So, last time I thought I was gonna help my baby girl Morrigan with Flemeth, but it turns out that that dragon fight's kinda rough. So I'm about to make an honorable retreat and do a bunch of other things first, and then I'll come back. Which is not a problem anymore. I think because I forgot I have Sten's whole sword thing. I kinda want to click on that
Right.
first.
How will you end it?
Oh, speaking of which, hello. We have to fight the Archdemon. That's the answer, right?
Is that all? It is surrounded by an ocean of darkspawn. How will you reach it? If you reach it, how will you slay it? You say you are a Grey Warden. I have heard stories of this order.
Oh, have you? What have you heard?
Great strategists and peerless warriors. That is what we hear of the
Oh
Wardens.
God, what's the
So
purple?
far, I am not impressed.
Ah, I think. Does he like? I'm not here to impress you. Oh, hold on. I'm concerned. Okay, he likes I'm not here to impress you.
Evidently not. It remains only to see what you are here
According
for.
to this. Alright, he approves. Haha. Great, 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 great. Good answer. Haha. Okay. Morgan, do you have anything else to say? I'm sorry I couldn't insta-kill your mother.
I await your command.
You sound so friendly. Ah, I love her so much. But okay, we're gonna take Sten. And we're gonna go to Lake Calenhad real quick. And we'll figure out, oh god. Where am I walking? Where am I going? I know exactly where the exit is. Okay, we're gonna find out what the whole deal with the sword is. I forget exactly how to do it. I'm pretty sure he needs to come with me.
Indeed.
Yes.
Alright, and then the baby boy and the baby girl need to come with me too. We definitely don't want to go to Redcliffe. I like how we just stop by Lutheran. Even though it's super duper destroyed. Okay. Zen has no gear, but that is okay. He will be just fine, I'm sure. Oh, okay. There's these things. Oh, and I was gonna mess around with the captain. That was another thing I was gonna do. And I think I have to manually heal people. Morgan, fine. What if I just do it like this? Ha 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 ha, it does. Alright, it's a lot of damage. That's a big sun. Okay, well, she's taking damage, but it's okay. Oh, ooh, that's less okay. Little less okay there, baby girl. I can't help you. Yeah. Let's see. Can I do this? Aha. Frozen. Okay. We're good? We're good. Everything's fine. Alright. We're Gucci.
So be it.
Don't mind that we have a cracked skull. I don't think I need cunning for anything, so this is an acceptable turn of events. Okay, and I need to, can I just make it automatically put on the shield defense? Is that okay? Can I do target conditions? Stealth, status, health, any. Ha ha ha. Okay, and then activate mode, shield defense. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and we want both of those. Can I have you do that? If I click away, will you do it? Is that only in battle? Well, I guess I'll click it on here. I've never messed with the tactics. I really don't know how they work, but just for the funsies, I think this is the exit. Okay. No harm, no foul. I'm not taking it personal, wolfies. I just have better things to do. Are you praying? Hello?
Make her rest the souls of all,
Oh,
Templar and
I've
mage,
never seen him before.
who gave their lives defending the circle. May they find peace at last.
Well, that's a nice thing to pray for, bub. Also, who are you?
Welcome back, youngster. Looking to go across to the tower?
I remember you, sir.
Gregor came by, said I could have Lissy back.
Aw,
He seemed sad and tired.
he's been reunited with Lissy.
Well, I'll be here.
Okay. And I think it is Lake Gallenhead, right? Right? Oh, look, he walks back. Okay. Away you go, little sir.
Very well.
Alright, I'm just
I
gonna
shall do it.
loot these because I can. You have an exclamation point.
The client is very pleased. Come back soon.
Alright. I did something for them.
Exactly. You, I, everything.
I've never
All
noticed
the
these people
dream.
back here.
But whose dream? And for whose amusement? Some being of cosmic power. Sublime, enlightened beings. Cosmic power? What, you're serious? They thought of all this grit, all the war. They bloody thought of boils. I got a boil the size of your nose on my big toe, and some beings are enjoying this. Disturbed, sick bastards, if you ask me.
Huh. Wow. It sounds like quite the conspiracy.
If I ever come across one of them, I'll give them a what for.
Huh. Well, that sounds like quite the plan. I wish you luck in your battle against the enlightened cosmic beings. Okay, well... Are there any other exits? I think it looks like it's just one exit. Is there anyone here? If not, I will just... Oh, there he is. I found him. I just walked right past him. I wasn't supposed to come here.
Back off! I was here first.
Excuse you. That's rude. You haven't seen a sword lying around here, have you?
Why, you looking to buy one?
My very... No, but my very large, angry friend here is.
Oh, is he? Well, that's... see, I'd like to sell you one, but I don't, have any myself. I got part of a glove the wolves didn't chew too badly, though. I think it was a glove, anyway. I know, don't say it. I got cheated. I knew the guy who was here before me. He sold me this spot. Said he found giants and all kind of crazy valuables. He didn't mention that he'd taken everything but the bones and the dirt already. His name's Ferrin. Squirrely little bastard, if you ask me. Which you didn't, but I said it anyway.
What if you read my mind? Does he own this spot?
No, that's some freeholder or other. He just sold me the looting rights. I'm not building a house here or nothing.
Reputable
he was
business.
going to Orzammar, he said. I imagine he's gotten there by now. If you find him, tell him I sent you. It'll scare the piss out of him.
Okay, Orzammar. Well, that's good to know. Alright, we're gonna switch up the party
I don't
one more time.
understand. You look like a woman.
Instead's gonna confront me again. What's not to understand about
You
that?
are a Grey Warden, so it follows that you can't be a woman.
Ah, yes, what are these conversations? Oh boy. Ah! Tell me what to say! I'm scared! I want to keep being friends with him. But I'm really not sure how to harvest approval with these conversations. You're a woman! Alright, Google. Do your job. Let's see. 10 in the sexist conversations. Let's see. How do you do it? Oh, okay, okay. That doesn't make any sense, then. This is the right
so
answer.
you understand my confusion, then?
I'm confused now.
Women are priests, artisans, shopkeepers, or farmers. They don't fight.
It sounds like a very rigid society you have going on there, honey bun. Some fight.
Why would women ever wish to be men? That makes no sense.
I sense this is a cultural difference we have going on. None of this makes any sense, then.
Exactly.
Maybe... Okay, I'm a gal,
One of those
and I'm
things
fine.
can't be true. A person is born, Gunari or human or elven or dwarf. He doesn't choose that. The size of his hands, whether he is clever or foolish, the land he comes from, the color of his hair, these are beyond his control. We do not choose, we simply are.
A person can choose what to do.
Can they? We'll see.
Aha, ha ha. Approval successfully begun. I think, is that his last ambush conversation? I hope it's his last ambush conversation. I'm happy you liked my answers, Sten. I figured them out specifically for you. Okay, who do I want to take with me? I'm gonna be nice.
Indeed.
And Morgan isn't
Yes.
the biggest fan of all that, but it doesn't really matter because I can just spam gifts and she'll like me. Okay, Redcliffe is next on the menu. Excuse me. I just got over an ambush. How dare you?
Right ahead.
Oh shit, there's one of these things. Okay, I need you to... Oh shit, trap.
I tried to be merciful.
Okay, heal. There we go. Okay. No big deal. And can I hit these things over here? Yes, I can. And oh man, that's a lot of damage. Oh, I think we're in a glyph. I see. I was gonna try to walk out of it. I don't know if that's the thing I can even do. It's okay. Everything's almost dead. Probably, yeah. Why are you shooting? Stop. Die, please, somebody.
Another call.
They would run away more.
You do think they would run away more, but alas. Okay, well that's an awfully uncouth number of traps they have. Not that it matters that much.
Right ahead.
Gimme, 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 gimme. Thank you. Alright, onwards. Enough with the ambushes. You fools. Return path, maybe exits a different spot. Haha. The way forward path. That's what we're looking for. Okay, Redcliffe time. We have pedaled around enough. With Sten. Ooh, 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 Codex! What do we got to say about Redcliffe? King Galahad Theron once famously declared, "The fate of Redcliffe is the fate of all Ferelden." Certainly the castle is the first and last defense for the sole land route into Ferelden, and the country has never fallen to any force that did not first capture Redcliffe. The castle, which despite being 3 times captured, is popularly described as unassailable. Also, Gar is one of the largest and most prosperous towns in Ferelden. Redcliffe village is well situated near the mountain pass to Orzammar and the Arlesian border, and so it serves as a center of foreign trade. For these reasons, Redcliffe is accounted an Arling, despite the smallness of the domain. The inhabitants of Redcliffe village are primarily fishermen or merchants who ship dwarven goods through the pass from Orlais to Denerim. When the entire village smells of smoked fish on certain late autumn mornings, the merchants in their finery do their utmost to pretend otherwise. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of Chantry Scholar by Brother Genetivi. Seems like a very thorough description of Redcliffe. You may want to throw something in there about the undead plague. I think it's an undead plague, right? It's been a hot minute since I have actually set foot here. Hello, Sarah.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
Is there a problem?
So you don't know? Has nobody out there heard?
There is a civil war, but what are you talking about? Heard what?
We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every
Monsters.
night and attack us until dawn.
Maybe it's not zombies.
Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Well, that's just typical, isn't it?
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
Marvelous.
No army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next. I should take you to Bann Teagan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you. He's just over there in the chantry. Please, come.
Alright, roger, roger. Look at that. It has pink windows. What's a pretty chantry?
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Teagan, Bann of Rainisfere, brother to the Arl. You're a rather unusual group, to say the least. Can I ask who you are and why you've come?
I have come to slaughter things benevolently and earn your trust. I came to see our Leben.
You're here to see my brother? I see. Is it important business?
I think you can tell Bann Teagan I'm a Grey Warden, right?
A Grey Warden? I thought you all died along with my nephew.
Because he's a
At
skeptic.
least that is what Logain would have us believe.
You don't believe Logain's lies? We have an enlightened individual among us?
What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Kalen risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Logain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. There is a Grey Warden who goes by the name of Alistair. Does he yet live?
Maybe I should have brought Alistair for this one. He's alive. He's with me, actually.
He does? Finally, some good news amidst all the bad. Thank you. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill.
What a remarkable coincidence.
No one has heard
Everett
from the
is
castle
just
in
not
days.
having
No
it
guards
today.
patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
What kind of evil things? Explain in detail.
Some call them the Walking Dead.
Okay,
Decomposing
Walking Dead.
corpses, returning to life
Never
with
mind.
a hunger for human flesh.
I was
They
onto
hit
it.
again the next night. Each night they come, with greater numbers. With Kalen dead and Logain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. I'm asking you, please, help us. Help Eamon.
First, I have
By all
questions.
means.
Isn't there a way into the castle to get at the source?
The castle is closed to us, its doors barred. We could storm it certainly, but what would that accomplish? Our numbers are too few. We cannot throw men at the castle walls when they are needed to protect the village.
Why don't you just leave?
I tried. Our one attempt at an organized evacuation resulted in an immediate attack. Yesterday, I found out these creatures attack those fleeing on their own, even during daytime. Whatever lies in the castle wants this village dead.
Unfortunate. What happens after tonight?
Once the village is safe, we will try to enter the castle to find the source of this trouble. Then you will help us?
Absolutely.
How pointless to help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
I'm sorry, Morrigan. Get
Thank
used
you.
to
This
it.
means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
What if I wanted to discuss the situation with you?
Of course.
Aha! Even more questions! You have some of our Lehman's knights.
I have those few who returned from their quest. You know of this, yes?
Their search for their innocent ashes?
Yes, I
know,
question
because
Isolde's
I've
decision to
read
send so
stuff
many
off their
knights in
corpses.
search of this relic. But I am a practical man, whereas she is a woman of great faith. Sir Perth was one of the knights sent on this quest. Perhaps you should speak to him if you wish to learn more.
Ah, so it was his old idea. Interesting. Why are you in the chantry?
Sir Perth insists. He wants me to be with the villagers, so everyone he needs to protect is in one place.
Seems
I don't
reasonable.
mind, to be honest. The point of all this is to protect the villagers, and I can do that best here. This is the last line of defense, should things go amiss.
We can't have someone like you getting yeeted out there. Wants to look cowardly. No. I think it is highly reasonable. You need more men in here with
We
you.
could bring some men in to stand beside me, but I'd rather keep the monsters away from the villagers.
Look, he's brave. And what happens after this battle is
Hopefully
over?
we can find the source and stop it before it causes any more damage. With luck, we'll also find Eamon and be able to help him.
Okay.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Wait a second, though. I'm not finished. Ah, yes, Morrigan disapproves. A whole 5 points.
What do you need? There is
We're
not much
offering
daylight
to
left.
help the needy. Well, I am about to do a lot more.
This is hardly the time to be discussing personal details, don't you think? We will have to fight for our lives very shortly.
I know. I'm just curious.
I beg your pardon, my lady. Where are my manners?
Aha.
What would you like to know?
Persuasion check. What will you do if Barleyman is dead?
I don't know. If Connor lives, he'll be the Arl, and I'll need to help him with it. If he's... well, I don't want to think about that.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Why didn't you just leave?
After the first attack, I wanted to go for help, but I couldn't just leave these people. The Bannon gear up to battle Loghain, while Darkspawn loom to the south. Loghain won't send anyone, so Redcliffe is on its own.
Wow. Are you a skilled warrior? You gotta be.
Skilled enough to know there are many far better.
And humble. Do you have any family yourself?
Oh, you mean, am I married?
Oh, I guess.
No, I've never had the pleasure. If I did,
this is
I'd
the
be
flirt
lucky
with
to find
Bann
a woman
Teagan
as lovely as
option.
yourself.
Thanks. Very lucky.
Just so.
I...
Good, then my secrets are still safe. I was worried for a moment there.
Well, it's good to...
Very well. Luck be
Good
with
to
you,
keep
my
the
friend.
atmosphere upbeat. In times of
Let us
distress.
pray.
Ooh, praying.
Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness.
Are they?
Blessed art thou who seeks his return.
Uh-huh.
Blessed is the prophetess, his daughter, sacrificed to the holy flame.
Yea,
May the chant reach the
Andraste.
Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition.
Yes, and that's going to improve the
Mother
situation.
Hannah says we have to be brave. She says the Maker will smile on us.
Father returned yet.
Wow. That's encouraging.
We should have left when we had the chance. We should have fled in all directions.
When will they be back?
Could not have come after us all.
Be brave.
Sounds like people have tried.
Your parents would want that. We need you here to protect the rest of us.
I'm scared, Mother. When are the bad men coming?
Where?
Soon, darling. Don't worry.
I wonder.
We'll be all right.
Aha, there it is.
Go home. Where's Father? Why can't we go home?
Oh, hold
I
on.
already told
told you.
There's a
Father was
bookshelf.
outside defending
But
the
I'm gonna
village
let them
from the
finish
bad
first.
men. We must stay here
The
and
bad
be brave.
men.
Can you do that?
I guess so.
I guess that's one way to describe the undead. The bad folks. Demonic possession. Oh, haha. The irony of having this right here. Why do demons seek to possess the living? History claims they are benevolent spirits, the first children of the Maker, angry at their creator for turning from them and jealous of those creations he considered superior. They stare across the veil at the living and do not understand what they see, yet they know they crave it. They desire life. They pull the living across the veil when they sleep and prey on their psyche with nightmares. Whenever they can, they cross the veil into our world to possess it outright. We know that any demon will seek to possess a mage, and upon doing so will create an abomination. Most of the world does not know, however, that the strength of an abomination depends entirely on the power of the demon that possesses the mage. This is true, in fact, of all possessed creatures. One demon is not the same as any other. Demons can, for instance, be classified. Enchanter Brahm's categorization of demons into that portion of the psyche they primarily prey upon has held since the Tower Age. According to Brahm, the weakest and the most common of demons are those of rage. They are the least intelligent and most prone to violent outbursts against anything living. They expend their energies quickly, the most powerful of them exhibiting great strength and occasionally the ability to generate fire. Next are the demons of hunger. In a living host, they become cannibals and vampires, and within the dead, they feed upon the living. Theirs are the powers of draining, both of life force and mana. Next are the demons of sloth, the first on Brahm's scale that are capable of true intelligence. In its true form, this demon is known as a shade, a thing which is nearly indistinct and invisible, for such is sloth's nature. It hides and stalls, unaware, and when confronted, it sows fatigue and apathy. Demons of desire are among the most powerful, and are the ones most likely to seek out the living and actively trick them into a deal. These demons will exploit anything that can be coveted, wealth, power, and lust, and they will always end up getting far more than they give. A desire demon's province is that of illusions and mind control. Strongest of all demons are those of pride. These are the most feared creatures to loose upon the world. Oh, God. Masters of magic and in possession of vast intellect, they are the true schemers. It is they who seek most strongly to possess mages and will bring other demons across the veil in numbers to achieve their own ends, although what that might be has never been discovered. A greater pride demon brought across the veil would threaten the entire world. From The Maker's First Children by Bader, Senior Enchanter of Ostwick, 812 Blessed. Oh, everything on the Pride Demons just hits a little bit differently. I see I have something in characters. I'm gonna give it a second. I'm gonna click off all these. Alright. It was, good, book entry. Hello, Ionia. Good day. Hey, Jetta.
You're a Grey Warden, right?
I have something for you.
Were you in Ostagar? In the Korkari Wilds? My husband and son went there to bring the chant of light to the chastened. But I haven't heard from them since.
I don't have time for this brood. Are you Jetta?
I am. You've heard of me?
Yes, I, snooped through your husband's remains. I have something here from your husband.
Oh? Oh, his lockbox. If you're bringing me this... Oh...
I'm very sorry, ma'am.
Thank you so much for bringing this to me. It means a lot to...
I forget what's in it. I'm pretty sure I've opened it at some point.
Maker's blessings upon you.
You're welcome, madame. You don't have to reward me or anything. I'm happy just, helping out folks. I talk to Mother Hannah.
You are a stranger amongst us.
Yes, I can.
Yet you still agree to defend our village in its darkest hour. We are most grateful to you.
No problem. It's what we do. I cannot stand by while monsters attack the helpless.
Not many in these modern days would honestly say the same. You are a woman of worth, and the Maker will smile upon you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers.
How awful this must be for you all. Is this everyone who's left?
All those who cannot defend themselves, yes. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
Just how safe is the chantry?
It is the sturdiest building in the village. The women, elderly, and children will stay here during the battle, while the militia and knights protect them. They set up a barricade outside the chantry to keep monsters from getting inside. If anything gets in, Bann Teagan is our only defense. Please, have mercy. Help these people. Do whatever you can.
Can I get a blessing, Mother?
Of course, child. Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness.
Morrigan just has her arms crossed. Liliana's actually praying.
Sacrifice to the
and
holy
everyone's
flames.
just
May the chant
nah.
reach the Maker's
I'm
ears
good, fam.
and tell him of our contrition.
Or maybe it was a respectful kind of hand wave. I don't know. That's funny though. Liliana, do you know anything
Something
about
I can help
Redcliffe?
Redcliffe? I know little of it except that it is the domain of the Earl of Redcliffe. Redcliffe. I wonder how the name came to be. Is the clay here red? There are places in this world where the clay is a bright, strange red, and often, in the legends of such places, it is the red of blood. The blood of 1,000 men slaughtered in battle, or that of an innocent, unjustly slain. It stains the land that it may never be forgotten. Perhaps Redcliffe has one such tale. But I do not know it.
These are good questions. Who knows why it's actually called Redcliffe?
What is your desire?
Hello, Severin.
All right, but I get to stare at you luridly.
Any
while
other
you do so.
questions? Okay, goodbye. Love you though. Alright, talk to you. Netta, you have anything else to say to me?
These are terrible times. Just terrible.
Amen.
I'm so scared, Father. What are we going to do?
Silence, girl. Do you want the children to hear you?
But night is coming. The monsters will return and we sit here and wait for them.
We have no choice. We must pray and hope for the Maker's compassion.
I just hope everything will be all right. So many have
Any
already
books?
died.
Any more books? I'm looking for books. Okay. Well, that's a very reasonable thing to be
The
concerned
blight
about.
comes again, and Ferelden is doomed. What are we to do?
It's okay. I'm taking care
Night
of it.
will come, and then it will all end. We must be brave.
Maybe y'all should like pick up a candlestick or something.
Sorry.
Get ready
Am
to
I
stab
bothering you?
some folks.
I'll try to be more quiet.
It's okay. Why are you crying?
Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time. Everywhere.
How terrible, you poor thing. I wish there was something we could do to help.
And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
Why would he run off? Is it because he's a silly
He said
child?
something about saving Mother.
Ah.
He's just a little boy. He doesn't understand. She's
Unfortunate.
gone.
If he has foolishly run off, then he is no doubt dead. You should get used to that fact.
Encouraging.
I can't believe you'd say such a thing. Have you no heart at all?
The girls
Shall
are
we comfort her
fighting.
with lies? If she is to face death, better she face it honestly.
I hope he didn't try to go to the castle. Oh, that would be awful.
Have you tried looking for him?
I went to our house. It's by the square. He wasn't there. I searched the rest of the village too. I called and I called, but he never answered. I wonder if he ran off into the woods. I'm so worried. Without me, he has nobody.
Don't worry, I'll figure it out.
Thank you so much.
He's probably in a
Please
cupboard
find him.
somewhere. And Liana approves, and Morrigan does not actually disapprove of that one. Yep, 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 yep. Aha! There is another book. A discussion of the Chantry calendar. For most good folk, the details of our calendar have little purpose. It is useful only for telling them when the Summer Day Festival will be held, when the snows are expected to begin, and when the harvest must be complete. The naming of the years are a matter for historians and taxmen, and few, if pressed, could even tell you the reason that our current age is named after dragons. This is a prevalent question. Why is it the Dragon Age? Who knows? It is 930 Dragon Age, the 30th year of the 9th age since the crowning of the Chantry's first divine. Each age is exactly 100 years, with the next age's name chosen in the 99th year. The scholars in Valborio advise the Chantry of portents seen in that 99th year, and Chantry authorities pore over the research for months before the Divine announces the name of the imminent age. The name is said to be an omen of what is to come, of what the people of Thedas will face for the next 100 years. The current age was not meant to be the Dragon Age. Throughout the last months of the Blessed Age, the Chantry was preparing to declare the Sun Age, named for the symbol of the Orlesian Empire, which at that time sprawled over much of the south of Thedas and controlled both Ferelden and what is now Navarra. It was to be a celebration of Orlesian imperial glory. But as the rebellion in Ferelden reached a head and the Battle of River Dane was about to begin, a peculiar event occurred. A rampage, the rising of a dreaded High Dragon. Dragons had been thought practically extinct since the days of the Navaran dragon hunts, and they say that to see this great beast rise from the frostbacks was both majestic and terrifying. As the rampage began and the High Dragon decimated the countryside in its search for food, the elderly divine Faustine II abruptly declared the Dragon Age. Some say the Divine was declaring support for Orlais in the battle against Ferelden, since the dragon is an element of the Duphael family heraldry of King Megrin, the so-called usurper king of Ferelden. Be that as it may, the High Dragon's rampage turned towards the Orlesian side of the Frostback Mountains, killing hundreds and sending thousands more fleeing to the northern coast. The Ferelden rebels won the Battle of Riverdane, ultimately securing their independence. Many thus think that the Dragon Age will come to represent a time of violent and dramatic change for all of Thedas. It remains to be seen. From the Studious Theologian by Brother Jenny TV Chantry Scholar 925 Dragon. It was by the Frostback Mountains. I wonder, is it the same dragon that we're going to fight in the Frostback Mountains? Hum 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 hum. Things to ponder. I'm not sure, but okay. I think that's everything in the Chantry. We can walk out now. And probably save. Just in case I make a silly decision. Say something I shouldn't. Ooh.
It's difficult to breathe within with all that self-righteousness crowding the air.
Oh, sweet Morrigan.
We should break into the smithy. Someone... You know, we don't have the men we need.
Oops, I don't mean to interrupt
Their
you, man.
numbers just keep growing each night.
Well, sure, they take the dead and they,
You know.
I don't want to think about that.
I guess this might be the last night after all. The king isn't coming. Nobody is.
So what can we do? Leave? Try to get out of the village?
And abandon everyone? No, we fight.
We've no other choice.
Aw, what brave souls!
It's good that you're here. We can't afford to turn any help away.
That tracks with you saying we have no choice?
My sword's about to rust out of my hand. How will I defend anything like this?
Is this Fenris's voice again? He sounds familiar. Hi, militiaman.
Hope you know what you're doing.
Kind of.
This blade of mine is gonna fall apart. I know it.
Well, that sounds suboptimal. Hi, Murdoch.
So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I didn't think they made women Grey Wardens.
Man, everyone comments on that. Are men and women equal in Ferelden? Wasn't there a blurb about that as a character creator? Well, they do.
So you say. A damn Kunari could walk up and say he was a Grey Warden. I wouldn't know the difference. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
That's good. The survival rate of ingrates is remarkably low, so I hear.
Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
Have faith, good man. We will defeat this evil together.
I hope you're right. I've been trying to hold us together, but it isn't easy. Anyhow, you're here, and they tell me you're in charge.
Well, kind of. How's morale?
Morale's about what you'd expect. These men aren't soldiers. They're villagers defending their homes, and they're frightened. It would help if we had decent equipment. There weren't enough swords in Owen's shop, and the men's armor is nearly falling off. I don't think we're in any shape to fight. We'll do our best, of course, but, well, I have my doubts. I just hope I'm alive tomorrow morning.
That's a good objective. I have questions.
Oh? Ask away.
Where can I get supplies? Tell me where the loot is.
If you want weapons and such, you'd go to the blacksmith, but there isn't much left there.
That's not very promising. But there's nowhere to actually buy or sell things.
Commerce isn't exactly our biggest concern right now.
Reasonable.
But you might want to speak to Lloyd at the tavern. I wouldn't trust him, though.
Tell me about what's happened here.
Don't rightly know. We heard the Arl was sick and getting worse, but after a while we heard nothing at all. A few folks went up to the castle to see what was going on. They couldn't get in. Nobody was there, not a soul. And then those horrid creatures attacked the village. They were everywhere. People dying. It was awful. Good thing Bann Teagan was here.
Yay, Bann Teagan! Woohoo! Do you know anything about Arliman's illness?
I know the Arlessa sent the knights out for a cure. You can ask Sir Perth about it. He was one of them.
I want to discuss something else. Is it all the same? Is it all the same questions? Why have you been stationed here?
We're the last defenders of them folks in the chantry. The women, elderly, and the children. They're the ones we need to protect. No matter what happens, we can't let them evil things in there. If they die, the village is done.
Checks out. What can I do to help, sir?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
And why is he not talking?
His daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first.
Sounds like a very dedicated fella. Nobody else can do the repairs?
Not by nightfall, and not well enough that I'd be happy to test it in combat. If there were others, don't you think I'd ask them?
Fair. Is there anything else?
We could use some extra bodies. Having a veteran like Dwin in the militia would help a lot, but he flat out refuses.
Tell me about Dwin.
He's a trader, a dwarf, lives near the lake. Locked himself up in his home with some of his workers, he has. Says he doesn't need any of us. We could use somebody with his fighting experience, but he won't come out.
I think I can fix that.
Shouldn't you be trying to reason with Owen?
I'll go talk to him then.
Don't drink
You're
with him.
right.
That's how he sucks you in. Just my luck, our success hinges on the most foolish drunk of a smith ever to grace the Maker's lands.
And he's a drinker. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Liliana approval. Yes, queen. I am helping people. Is there anything over here? Haha.
As you say.
Death roots? And we're gonna use Liliana to try this one. Ooh, fire arrows. Okay, I think I've heard I actually shouldn't even just have these on her, because otherwise she'll switch to them really easily. Aha, there we go. Okay. Good enough. Okay, is this the smithy? Yes, it is. We're gonna save. Oh, I can save scum like an honorable gamer.
It's begun.
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
I don't want to intimidate him, not if I can avoid it. I need to speak with you.
Huh? Who is that? What do you want? I've been through enough.
Of that, I have no doubt, good man. I'd prefer not speak through a door. Can I come in?
All right. Let me undo the locks. All I ask is that you don't make any trouble.
Persuasion skill, Pog.
It shall be done.
Maker's breath. What is that smell? It's like someone set a brewery on fire.
So I let you in. You wanted to talk. Now we're talking.
Mind telling me who you are?
Call me Alyssa. Does he like Grey Wardens?
A Grey Warden, is it? It takes all kinds.
Wow.
Anyhow,
Kind of.
my name's Owen, though you might already know that. Care to join me as I get besotted? Or is there something in particular you wanted?
Why have you locked yourself in here?
My girl, Velena, is one of the Alessa's maids, and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her.
Oh no! The poor
She's
thing!
been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone!
So you intend to drink yourself to death?
Why not? It's not like we're going to live past the night anyhow. Or are you going to save us?
I'm gonna help. I am. I am.
Is that so? Maybe it's the drink talking, but you almost sound like you believe that.
I do.
It'd do me the world of good to think maybe someone like you could go in and find her. Provided any of us live through the night.
What about the militia? They need your help,
If
though.
you look for Velena, I'll reopen the smithy and make some repairs for the militia. I can do that much.
I'll do my best.
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either.
You were asking a great deal, you wretched little man.
What?
I want to promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
I promise you, I'll find her.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least.
Oh, lovely. Shall we next begin rescuing kittens from trees?
Right then.
She's so
It seems
funny.
I have some work to do, relighting the forge, and I suppose I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Oh, Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
Yay! And we're gonna bruise. Another -5. It's
I must
worth
admit,
it.
it feels good to be up and doing something finally. There's no way I'm sobering up before morning.
He's doing all
however.
this drunk. That's okay. Yeah, what do you know about what's going
You
on?
mean why are these creatures attacking the village? Obviously something wicked corrupts the castle. My daughter used to tell me the Arlessa was up to something, hiding things from her husband. I told Velena she was imagining things, but maybe the Arlessa was involved in something. Blood magic, maybe.
Kind of? Maybe? I think she knows Connor's a mage, right? Do I remember that part? We're gonna find out. What else did your daughter say?
She thought the Arlessa was having an affair with some tutor she hired for the boy, Connor. I never listened much to her talk about it, though I wish now I had. It doesn't matter anyway. She's lost to me, and I can't do anything about her warnings now.
Sounds like maybe you should listen to her. What do you know about the Arlessa?
Only that she's an Orlesian girl from beyond the Western Mountains. Far too young for our Arl. That's what I say. And too proud and headstrong from the sounds of it.
Oh, how dare she? Proud and headstrong. Unforgivable. You think she made him sick?
I'd never make such accusations. But maybe, if she was using foul magic, then maybe she just did at that.
Have you told anyone about this?
Of course not. And who would I tell? And what good would it do now, eh? I just wish I'd paid more heed to my girl.
Well, it's good to be self-aware.
Like what?
About your daughter?
You promised you'd look for her in the castle once the
Oh.
night is over. I'll hold you to that.
I wasn't sure if I could be like, so what's she like?
Right.
What's her dreams?
I haven't got much,
What's her
obviously, but I'll
profession?
do whatever I can for you.
Thank you, sir. Ooh. Let's see, I think traps? We like those. I don't see anything of use here. So I think I want to keep Morrigan's robes just because they're her class. They're the classic robes. I think I can just sell these. I think that's what they're there for. And am I ever gonna use these? Do I just sell these? Because I never ever use the potions and the traps and the whatnot. Bonus to defense. Good. Penalty to mental resistance. Well, isn't that an interesting function? Okay, well, I think that's about it. The Morgan disapproves message is still there. I'm sorry, Queen. Okay, I've talked to the smith. We got him sorted. You're welcome, Murdoch.
Well, it looks like Owen's finally doing the repairs we need. The damn fool is falling over a drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough, I say. I'll inform Bann Teagan the militia is ready to fight. We'll give those bastards a welcome they won't soon forget.
I still need to speak to Sir Perth.
You'll find him and his men at the mill by the bridge, to the north. I have a good feeling about tonight.
I forget. Maybe I should have picked the persuade option. I'm not sure what triggers the fight. I'm trying to avoid like, oh, we're ready. Off we go. And I'm like, no, I still have side quests to do. Don't take me yet. I can't go in that door. Can't go in that door. Oh, there's another walkway over here, man. This is kind of a rickety little living situation they have going on here at Dwin's home. Is he here? Hello? No? Can I just lockpick it? Break! Bust! I need your help, sir.
Wonderful. Intruders. I hope you have a good reason for breaking and entering into my home.
Yeah. We're gonna save all these people. Oh. Oh, was he involved?
You broke into my house for that? It must be worth something to you then.
The owner is a very large, angry friend of mine.
Since he's not here, I don't see how that's my problem. I'll let it go for 6 sovereigns. The number's got a nice sound to it, don't you think?
Wow. So much money, I'm inclined to just be mean. It's worth your life. How's that sound? Wow. God, RP-wise, am I that concerned about money? Yes.
If that's all you want, sure. Now, why don't you take your sword and leave?
We need you for another thing.
So what? You're recruiting for him? I'll tell you what I told Murdoch. I'm not risking my neck for this town.
Can I change your mind?
Maybe. Let's hear what you've got.
I'll put in the good word.
You might just be able to
easy.
pull that off.
I didn't have to threaten him for that part.
I'll throw in with the militia. For now. You better be out there too when the sun goes down. I'm not fighting for a lost cause, you hear me?
Sorry for, breaking and entering into your house. That was not super cool of me, but it had to be done. It's for a good cause. Now we can all survive because we're all working together. Alright. Easily resolved. I'm gonna save again. Walking in and out of doors scares me at Origins. General store. What is in here? Hello? Friends. Or not friends.
I am
Selling
ready.
There's a box.
Perhaps I could have a try at that.
Yeah, Zephyrin, you're patently worse than her at it.
Allow me.
I could do that for you.
No, you can't, and it's okay. I still love you. I was dying to know what's in it. It's probably just more junk, but still. Alright, and I forget. Where is the child?
It is begun.
I think this is it. And I'm pretty sure he is in a cupboard somewhere. Oh, hello! The Legend of Galahad. Hold on, we're gonna take a little reading adventure while we're looking for this lost child. Ahem. Prior to the crowning of King Galahad, Ferelden was little more than a collection of independent Arlings and Tyrners that warred on each other constantly over petty matters. Galahad was born in 510 Exalted as the third son of a high-ever merchant on hard times. He was eventually sent to a distant cousin, a poor young knight named Sir Foranan, who made Galahad his squire and dog handler. As the tale goes, Sir Foranan and his squire became caught up in one of the wars of unity at the time. Arl Mirrodin was a strong but generally disliked man who was making a bid for kingship. Foranan's own lord, a young fool of an Arl named Tenedor, no older than Galahad, was besieged by Mirrodin's forces at his castle, today known as West Hill. When Mirrodin called Tenedor out to parley, the young Arl asked for a volunteer from among the squires, someone who could masquerade as Tenedor in the parley party. Galahad kneeled before Tenedor and asked for the honor. Much to Tenedor's and Sir Foranan's dismay, Galahad immediately identified himself to Arl Mirrodin. When asked by the Arl why he was here, Galahad, I'm thinking of something else, explained that he had been asked to take the place of his lord. The Arl said that he had planned to kill Tenedor. Was Galahad willing to die in his lord's place as well? Galahad was impressed Mirrodin and his allies by saying that he was. Mirrodin offered Galahad a place as his own squire, but Galahad refused, stating that if Mirrodin had planned on betraying the right of parley, he was no man of honor. Mirrodin's allies laughed at that, and Mirrodin himself conceded that Galahad had a point. He allowed Galahad to return to the castle safely and launched his final assault. During the assault, both Tenedor and Foranan were killed, but Galahad found himself in one-on-one combat with Arl Mirrodin. In front of all of Mirrodin's allies, Galahad defeated the Arl and commanded he call off his armies. The Arl asked Galahad who he professed to serve now if both his knight and his lord were dead, to which Galahad replied that he would do as his honor bade him to, for he had nothing else. You are not a man known for your honor, Galahad said, but I believe you wish to be. You allowed me to live once, and so now I do the same for you. Perhaps if more of our people lived by honor, we would learn to trust each other long enough to live together. And with that, Galahad withdrew his sword. I am humbled by your words, Arl Mirrodin told Galahad, dropping to one knee. To his allies he shouted that he now knew he would never be king, but he knew who should be. With that, Mirrodin pledged allegiance to Galahad, whom he named Turn and ruler of Tenedor's lands. From the Legend of Galahad by Brother Heron, Chantry Service, 810 blessed. Oh, what a story. That's what this Galahad fellow we keep hearing about was like. Apparently. You know, according to the Chantry Scholars, if we know how reliable the Chantry Scholars are. Ooh. Hello. Is someone in there?
Go away. This isn't your home. This is my home. My home, you hear me?
I hear you. Bevan? Oh, we have a name for him? Hi, Bevan.
How do you know my name?
I spoke to your sister in the Chantry.
Did she tell you to take me back to the Chantry? Don't make me go back there. I hate that place. I hate it.
Why do you hate it so much?
Everybody's scared. But they tell me I shouldn't be scared.
Uh-huh.
And they tell me I shouldn't be sad that Mother died. I don't want to be sad. I'm brave. I'm going to be a hero. I'm going to fight them off. I will.
From in there?
No. No. I just heard you coming and I guess that's not very brave of me, is it? I'll come out now.
Look, it's perfectly reasonable, hun.
Alright. I came out. You won't hurt me. Will you? I'll go back to the Chantry if you really want.
I was like, imagine if there's just a stab option. But there isn't. Is this... Let me ask questions. Is this your house?
Yes. It was my mother's house. She's dead now. And Caitlin said we have to move away if we survive.
Aw, what were you doing in there?
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
Are you sure? I can help you.
You could. Alright, I guess. Father said I could have his sword when I grew up. It was grandfather's. And grandfather was a great dragon slayer. I thought, if I was brave like grandfather, I could use his sword and kill the bad people who took Mother.
You are very brave, but I'm more interested where the sword is now.
In the chest. In Mother's room. Father gave me a key, but I'm not supposed to give it to anyone.
I could use that sword to help the village, though.
I guess you're right. I should help defend the village, shouldn't I?
Yep, you should.
Father would have if he were here.
Absolutely.
Alright. Here's the key. I hope you use it to kill a lot of those bad people. I should go back to the chantry. Good luck.
Roger that. I will do lots of bad people killing with this sword. Alright, anything else? Anything else? Book? Book? Nope. Nope, no book. Alright. Show me the goods. The green blade. Good against beasts. Do undead count as beasts? Up. Bookshelf. Cautionary tales for the adventurous. What are these tales about? It was then that he realized he wasn't alone. The abandoned camp in front of him was unbelievably welcoming, like a mirage. The fire felt like a warm hand grabbing his heart. It reminded him of a previous life so long ago when he was happy. Running on the sunflower fields with his boy, the sun on his face, laying next to the fireplace with his beautiful wife in his arms. He felt a sharp pain in his heart. His thoughts shifted to that fateful day when everything changed. Blood was everywhere. He held the body of his dead wife in his arms. Around him, the ashes of his burned house fell like snow. The stench was terrible. It smelled like darkspawn. He grabbed his axe, touched the icy cold hands of his boy, and left. He would kill them. He would kill them all. The pain in his heart was unbearable. He opened his eyes and saw the second most terrifying thing he would ever see in his life. A shadowy wraith leaning over him, leeching his life away. Around him, the camp was gone, replaced by something familiar, almost peaceful. Bones, death, and despair. He wondered if all his life had been an illusion, if he'd ever had a family. For a brief moment, he felt relief. You can't lose something you've never had. But being this close to death brought clarity. He knew it was real. Everything else was the illusion. You could see a smile on his torn face. He had been waiting for this moment for a long, long time. He lifted his weak arms, grasped the demon's face, and kissed it. It felt like kissing a cloud made of sand and dust. Suddenly, all sorrow left him, and with it the last bit of life he had. Before his limp body hit the ground, it was all over. He was finally free. Wow, that is a depressing one. From Cautionary Tales for the Adventurous by Brother Ramos of Gilherm 794 Storm. Oof. Well, at least he was happy in the end, I guess. Okie dokie.
It shall be done.
Back out we go. Hoo-hoo. Gods, what kind of literature are you keeping in your house, Caitlin? Or Caitlin's mom? I don't know who's in charge of the book selection. Pretty sure that's the general store, yes. Is there anything else over this way? Looks like these are docked. Hey, with the barrel! Give me the junk. Like Kellen had. No swimming. Oh, and it's Codex entry! Oh! The waters of Lake Cousland are steeped in legends. The Avar people say that it was once the site of Belinas, the mountain which stood at the center of the world, from which Korth the Mountain Father surveyed the earth and sky. But it was destroyed in the battle between Korth and the serpent Nathramar, leaving only a vast crater behind. When the Lady of the Sky saw that Belinas was gone, she wept, and her tears filled the crater, making the lake. The adventurers believed that the waters of Lake Cousland were blessed by Razikale, god of mysteries, and that those who drank from them were granted special insights. This was why they built the Great Tower on an island in the middle of the lake, hoping the powers of the lake would aid their magical research. But most of us know the legend of King Calenhad, which gives the place its name. It is said that Calenhad Theron spent a year and a day in the Tower of the Magi. Each day he drew a single cup full of water from the lake and carried it to the formari at the top of the tower. By magic, each cup of water was forged into a single ring of the male armor, the circle gave to Calenhad. In that armor, made from the lifeblood of the land itself, no blade could strike him, no arrow pierce him, so long as he stood on Ferelden soil. From Thetis, Myths and Legends by Sister Petra, Enchanter and Scholar. Huh. The more you know, it's supposed to be special, fancy magic water. I wonder how much of that is true. You never know. Oh, there's a sparkly. Alright. Any other sparklies over here? I see a plant.
It is begun.
That is one kind of sparkly. Okay. Have we picked clean this spot? How's everyone else feeling out here?
Thank the Maker for Owen. This new blade.
Yay!
Well, it'll last through the night at least.
Do you feel better?
I don't like being out here, Dwin. The mayor's giving me the evil eye.
And well he should. Because you're a good-for-nothing liar and a thief.
Wow.
But we don't understand why we're out here. We're out here because I say we're gonna help these people. And since I pay your wages, you're gonna do as I say.
Oh, sure, boss. Whatever you say.
Aw, look at that. You're being
You got us out here, didn't
the
you?
worst into helping.
Probably safer where we were.
You were.
These humans don't know the hilt of a sword from the pointy end. This ought to be interesting.
Okay, I feel like I know your voice. Is your voice Farkas from Skyrim? I'm getting deja vu.
These militia fools are so happy their drunken smith decided to help out. We don't need his charity.
Well, I'm happy that you don't need his charity. Good for you.
The Maker for Owen. He's a miracle worker with the forge.
Aha, you're welcome.
Those creatures haven't done us in yet. Redcliffe isn't going down without a fight.
Yay, rah rah
I
rah.
don't know if I'll live to see the sunrise.
You are significantly less inspired.
Make her watch over us all. I hope we make it through the night.
You will. Hey, I convinced your dwarf friend.
Repairs are underway surprisingly quickly, considering how drunk Owen is. We may just make it.
How's Morales? Has that
The men's
changed?
spirits are high for now. Far better than I expected, to be honest.
Heck yeah.
Dwin's presence makes the men a bit more confident. It helps to know a veteran is on our side tonight. Since you convinced Owen to start repairs, we're pretty well armed now. That is a relief, let me tell you. Overall, I'd say the militia's very ready to fight. Never thought I'd say that, but there you go. Is there anything else?
Ha ha. Success.
I have a good feeling about tonight.
Look, everyone's inspired. Yay. Okay, let's see. What's next? There's something over here. I see a plant.
So I imagine it has been some time for you, Liliana.
Some time for me. I do not know what you mean.
Some time since your last knocked boots, shall we say? You did just come from the cloistered life, no?
Of course it has been some time. There are more important things in life than knocking boots, Zevran.
Oh, I'll not argue that. I simply mean that the body has urges given to us by the Maker. Yours must be considerable after all that time.
That is a very personal question.
I mean no offense. I simply offer my services should you ever feel the need for release.
Let me think about it then. Should every man in Ferelden suddenly die, you may even have your chance.
Aha, progress.
Progress, he says. I don't know if that's what she's going for, honey bun. Then again, it is the end of the world. Alright, there's a door up here, but it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, that's fine. I came all the way here just for the plant. That's fine by me. It's a worthwhile cause. Is there anything that I haven't clicked on back here? I don't think so. That is not a stealable box. That is the box locked closed, unfortunately. Wait, there's a sign. Oh wait, it's not. I thought it was a sign. It's a weird looking, wait, fish statue formation thing. The more you know. Never noticed. Interesting architecture, and this is just a random house. So obviously, I need to barge into it. Hello, you.
Yes? What can I do for you?
Oh, I'm here on behalf of people I don't really understand very well.
I knew this time would come. I should have listened to my wife. Don't sign that paper, she said. They might pay you a few sovereigns now, but they'll be back. Blast. I'll see you on the front lines, I suppose.
Yeah, sorry, man. I get the feeling. Am I doing a good thing? I'm not sure. I need to read to distract myself. The Ballad of Aisley. The wind that stirs their shallow graves carries their song across the sands. Heed our words, hear our cry. The grey are sworn, in peace we lie. Heed our words, hear our cry. Our names recalled, we cannot die. When darkness comes and swallows light, heed our words and we shall rise. From the Ballad of Aisley, said to have been written after the Battle of Aisley, which ended the Fourth Light 520 Exalted. Wow. How inspiring for me, because I'm a Grey Warden. Ooh, and a thief. That is also what I am. Can you open?
Perhaps I could have a try.
That's okay. I still love you. Don't worry about it. I'm not worried about it at all. Ha ha. Alright, there's no second floor or anything. Out we go. It scared me so much. That was taking a moment. I might want to just save and just immediately reload because I think isn't there a memory issue with Origins, and doesn't saving and reloading fix it? I am not 100% certain on that. I definitely don't want to have to do everything all over again though. Alright, and I think this is the tavern. And I'm not sure what else there is to do. Oh, there's the whole thing with the Templars. I forgot. That didn't take forever to load. Hi, men.
Then the thing, it leapt right on him, started chewing his face. He started screaming, trying to push it off him, and I couldn't even help.
That sounds very traumatizing. I'm sorry for you.
We just come here to try and forget what's happening. Murdoch don't like us being here, but what can he do about it?
Not a whole lot. He's busy.
I can't believe Lloyd won't even give us some free ale. A time like this, and all he thinks about is turning a profit.
Did you expect any different? That bastard's always been cheaper than an ante from the hall.
Here we are defending the village, and he don't even have the decency to help us out.
Wow. My brother's wife was in Antibes, I'll have you know. Better you should be drunk for the coming battle.
I was drunk for the last 2 fights, and I wouldn't have it any other way. If you fought those things, you'd know.
Lloyd is charging us for coin we don't even got anymore. Nobody's working right now. We're all just trying to survive.
What difference does it make? He won't care.
What if he does care, though?
I can't believe I'm still alive. I guess that could change tonight. Maker, help us all.
Hey, Berwick.
Not looking for company.
Why are you here? Where are
Not
you?
here to talk.
You're simply here to act suspiciously, I take
it.
What? I'm not acting suspiciously.
Oh, now that was convincing.
Uh-huh.
Look, you're very pretty and all, but I was told to... just leave me alone.
What do you mean? What were you told
Nothing.
to do?
Nobody told me to do anything. Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't mean you can go around threatening people.
This will be easier.
But I never...
If you tell me.
Oh, all right, I'll tell you. Just don't hurt me. This is more than I bargained for. Look, they just paid me to watch the castle and send word if anything should change. But they never said anything about monsters. I I haven't even been able to report anything since this started. I'm stuck, same as you, I swear.
Alright, spy man. Who are they?
A tall fellow, I forget his name. He, said he was working for Hal. Arl Rendon Hal. He's an important man, Terran Logain's right hand. So I didn't do anything wrong.
Understandable. I don't blame the employees. What are you supposed to watch the castle for?
Just to report any changes, honest. All I could send word about was the Arl getting sick. After that, monsters started coming from the castle.
So you know how this happened?
I don't know anything about these creatures. When the Arl got sick, I got scared that people would think I was involved.
Reasonable.
But I swear I don't know anything about it. They sent me to watch. Maybe they knew the Arl would get sick. I don't know.
How do I know you're telling the truth? I wouldn't ask it normally. I'd be like, okay, thanks for telling me, fam, but oh well.
Here, this is a letter from them. It has instructions and everything. Keep it. Do whatever you want with it. I just thought I was serving the king and making a bit of coin on the side. You have to believe me.
I believe you. I think you should help defend Redcliffe, though.
Oh, all right. I'll do it. Thank you for your mercy. I won't forget it.
Aha. Alright, we're rallying the masses. Okay, let's see. Berwick's letter. Berwick, we need your eyes and ears in Redcliffe. Stay in the village, keep your head down, and watch the castle. Report any changes, and you'll be well paid. A letter in Berwick's possession. Huh, well, you know, that's a very, very vague mission he had there. Hello,
Another
Bella.
green soul come to drown their sorrows here, I see. If you came here for a drink, you'll have to talk to Lloyd. He's got a vice grip on the spigots. I'm just here to keep the boys from mutiny.
Wow, I'm sure you do a great job of it. What do you know about the elf that
Not much.
was
He's
in
very
the
quiet.
corner?
Says his name's Beric and he's here to meet his brother, but I think he's lying. He's a bit creepy.
You're smart. How's business
What
been,
business?
hun?
Without the castle soldiers, the only customers we have are local. And they're all in the militia with no money to spend. The few with any money are here, but it's not enough to justify working. Lloyd's a greasy pig. And if I didn't need this job so badly,
Excuse me, is he mistreating you?
He gropes me and pays me next to nothing.
Rude.
I suppose it could be worse. Not like I've got many options.
I could talk to Lloyd about this.
No, that'll just make things worse. And that's very sweet, but I'll be fine.
How about a raise, then?
I'd like that. And maybe we could talk after the battle tonight. If we're still here, that is.
Don't worry, we definitely will be. Why are you not at the chantry,
Later
though?
on, yes. Lloyd will lock himself in the cellar, and I'll go to the chantry. Are you fighting tonight?
Indeed I am.
That's good to hear. I didn't know that. Keep safe.
Poor, underpaid, mistreated bit of a wage worker, fear not. I will attempt to talk some sense into your boss.
Hello there, friend. Can't say we've ever met before. Stranger to the village, I take it. Haven't had many travelers lately. All this nonsense is bad for business. Bet you regret coming, yes?
What do you mean?
Oh, you know,
I know exactly what you mean, but let me hear it.
creatures, impending doom, civil war, and the Earl's dead in the castle. Makes you thirsty, don't it? So, what'll it be? You are here to drink, I hope.
I'm not actually. Who are you, anyways?
Name's Lloyd. So, why'd you come to the village now? The roads can't be all that safe, not with a war brewing.
I'm a Grey Warden, don't you know?
Well, that explains it. Except for the lack of darkspawn around here. But never mind me. Something else I can get for you?
Answer me my questions.
Fine. Make them quick.
Shouldn't you be able to defend the village?
Why? When them creatures attack, I lock myself in the cellar. Just batten the hatches and wait it out. What's the point in getting myself killed with all the rest of them? If that makes me a coward, then I'm a coward.
I can make him fight, oh god. Either die fighting in the militia or die now. Your choice. Does this make sense? Is this in character? Goodness. Or I could be like, how about you give the militia free ale instead?
Are you trying to run me out of business?
Think of the goodwill.
I never thought of that. Maybe I could try it for a bit. Right then, you men over there. Drinks are on the house. All militia drink for free.
Oh, you're a saint, Lloyd. Ha ha!
If them creatures don't kill me, I swear they'll bleed me dry. Something else I can get for you?
I don't know if that was actually a good decision, but they're happy.
Fine. Make them quick.
Any other questions? Why are you still open?
I'm not abandoning my tavern because of a few monsters. The second I'm in the chantry, Murdoch and his men will be here drinking all my ale.
Don't worry, it's all getting drunk anyways.
Not a lot. Castle guards stopped coming in about a week back. It's unusual, too. They were my main source of business. After a few days, I thought it strange enough to ask. But nobody heard anything. Anyone going up to the castle didn't come back. When the first attack hit, I locked myself in the cellar. I say we just wait for help to come. Something else I can
Help
get
may
for
not
you?
be coming. Or, well, there's me. I guess I'm
Right.
here.
I've got some supplies, too, in case you're interested. With the store closed down, it doesn't hurt to pick up some of the slack, eh?
Sure. Recipe. I'll take me a recipe. And I don't really think I have anything to sell. Are you guys happy now?
Maker's blessings on you tonight. Hopefully, we all make it through.
I hope you guys fight just as well drunk.
Many thanks, friend. At least this way I won't lose what little coin I have, eh?
Then the thing, it leapt right on. and
Okay.
started
He's still
chewing his
having an episode. Understandable. Ooh, I like the acoustics. The echo. Alright, there's nothing back here. I wasn't sure if there was anything I could yoink from this fella's undeserving hands. Please load, thank you. There we every single time. We've been walking in and out of a lot of doors. Would Murdoch approve of me giving everyone free ale? Now that is a good question. Does he know? He probably has no idea. Hey, are you dressed differently? Hi, Berwick. You're down here too.
Believe I'm going to fight. That's what I get for mixing myself up in all this.
Wow.
I hear you got the tavern serving the militia free ale now.
Yeah.
While I don't favor my men being drunk come sundown, I suppose it helps morale to have their minds taken off what's to come. You have my thanks.
Okay, net
The repairs
positive.
are underway surprisingly quickly, considering how drunk Owen is. We may just make it. Thanks for persuading him to come out here.
Didn't talk about
He's
Dwayne.
going to be a great help. I just know it.
Well, he looks like he's armed.
I have a good feeling about tonight.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear. Okay, now there's Templar stuff somewhere. Where exactly? Aha. Is it this way? Is it up here? Okay. I think we go across the bridge. I thought the bridge went to the world map, but nay, this bridge goes to the Templar, who I desperately need to speak to. Pretty sure I've been in that house.
So, you truly do not believe in any sort of higher power?
Ooh.
It has been bothering you, I see. No, I do not. Must I?
What do you believe happens to you after you die, then? Nothing?
I do not go to sit by the Maker's side, if that's what you mean.
Only those who are worthy are brought to the Maker's side. So many other sad souls are left to wander in the void, hopeless and forever lost.
And what evidence of this have you? I see only spirits, no wandering ghosts of wicked disbelievers.
It must be so sad to look forward to nothing. To feel no love and seek no reward in the afterlife.
Yes, the anguish tears at me so. You have seen through me to my sad, sad core.
Now you're simply mocking me.
You notice. It appears your perceptive powers know no bounds.
Oh, girls. Morgan can feel love, Liliana. I'm sure of it. Be nice. Give her the due respect she deserves. Templars.
No word from the castle?
Speak.
No, all is still, as it has been for days. And it is an unnatural stillness, as though there is naught in there but death.
Say no more. The Arl lives, and I will not listen to your inauspicious chatter.
Inauspicious chatter. That sure is one way to put it. Landmark tree. There must be some reason it's clickable. Hello, Sir
Greetings,
Pass.
Grey Warden. I am as relieved as Bann Teagan is to see you here. I must admit I do not know quite how to address you. Is my lady sufficient?
I don't really care. You can call me by my name, though.
As you wish, and thank you kindly. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well.
Probably the latter.
Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
Nope, it's gonna go great. You mentioned something about an urn.
When the Isle fell sick, we were at a loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, our lesser Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him. We knights volunteered to seek it out. Few of us have returned. Many are still out there, unaware of what is happening here.
Just what was the Arl sick
We
with?
were never certain. He thirsted for water and then grew weaker and weaker. We brought in a mage, but even that did nothing. The Arlessa believed he was cursed and that we
What
needed the
mage,
power
I
of Andraste
wonder?
herself, or he would surely perish.
Why did the Arlessa believe anyone could find the urn?
The Arl once employed a scholar, Brother Genetivi. He had proof the
Oh, a
urn was in
familiar name.
Ferelden, or so I was told.
We've read so much from him. Can no one find the other knights and bring them back?
Eventually, perhaps. The ones I have here were those near enough to recall within the last few days. I only returned myself because I was passing by Redcliffe and heard the news of strange attacks.
So the knights left the castle defenseless?
Not at all. A great number of soldiers remained in Castle Redcliffe. I wonder if they perished there, and were transformed into these things. The thought chills my blood.
Aw. I want to talk about
As you
something
wish.
else. Are there any
Ask
new
me
questions?
whatever you wish.
Ooh. Ooh. Where can I get
I'm not
supplies?
sure. Murdoch mentioned a blacksmith in the village, but I believe the militia is using everything he had. Beyond that, you might try the village store. It's locked up, but there may be items of use still within.
Yeah, if I had a better thief, I might be able to test that claim. What about the
Oh,
tavern?
a fellow named Lloyd runs it. He refuses to close and evacuate to the Chantry. I suppose he might still have something to sell you, though I wouldn't encourage dealing with a fool. He's a profiteer and nothing more.
Wow. That's a glowing evaluation of his character. What if I say, tell me what's happened
You know
here?
about as much as I do. I returned a day before the attacks began, having heard strange rumors about the abandoned castle. I was the only knight to survive the first attack. Since then, I found others returning from the Arlessa's quest. Until we get to the source of this evil, though, I do not think it will stop, and I don't believe we will be enough.
Did I already ask all this?
When the Isle fell sick, we were at a loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, our lesser Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him. We knights volunteered to seek it out. Few of us have returned. Many are still out there.
That is
unaware
about
of
what you
is
said
happening
earlier.
here.
Alright.
As you wish.
Good enough. Is there anything I can do to
We have
help you?
sufficient armor and
That is why
weapons,
I'm here.
But my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
There anything else?
No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are.
Oh, I have him sorted. I am unconcerned about that. Anything
Ask
else?
me whatever you wish.
Anything
you wish.
else? What's your status?
Although we are far better equipped than Murdoch and his villagers, we knights are too few. Things will be grim after sundown. Overall, my fellow knights are nervous about the coming battle. Death is almost certain, but we will fight and die valiantly if that's what the Maker demands.
Wow, the Maker sure is a hard taskmaster. Carry on.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Maker watch over you.
Thanks. Okay, I think I need to go pester Mother Hannah. At this point? Ooh.
A windmill. I once took a ride on the sails of a windmill. Didn't turn out well.
Ooh, Liliana, look at you go being adventurous. Can I go in here? I don't think I can actually, like, get in yet. Yep, not yet. Oh, but there is a box. Gimme. Fluff letter. Correspondence interrupts. A collection of embarrassing personal communications between the spoiled wealthy and their objects of obsession. You are filthy, a beast, such depravity I've never been forced to suffer. How words are so laden when they leave your lips is beyond decent imagining. Madame, I love you. Sir Ogled. I assume that's a series, and there's probably a lot more of those. Something to look forward to finding, I guess.
The tavern keeper is letting the militia drink as much ale as they please and is asking for no payment.
Yep,
As
you're
it
welcome.
should be. No sane man should have to pay for the watered-down swill they serve.
Watered down or not, drink enough of it and you'll still be under the table. I walked by half hour ago and there was some terrible singing going on.
Oh no, not the singing.
Wonderful. I'm sure the militia will just sleep through the entire attack. That'll be helpful, won't it?
At least morale is high.
Look, there's a pro, there's a con. I think high morale is important. They can still fight. Yeah, just suck it up, men. Hit things whilst drunk. I know you can do it. I've got great faith. I'm gonna hold my breath when I walk through the chantry door, and hopefully it doesn't crash on me. In we go. Okay, we lived. And I forgot. I need to talk to these people.
They're going to save the village.
Hi, Galen.
Bevan said you were the one who found him. I can't possibly repay you.
Aw, about the sword.
Bevan told me about Grandfather's sword. So you have it then? I suppose it won't go to waste, at least.
You want it back? I can return it after the battle. It belongs to your family. Or I could pay something for it.
I have no idea what it's worth, to be honest. And you found Bevan. I couldn't ask you for money.
It's a very valuable sword. Take 500 silver.
Oh, how generous we are today, it appears.
That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much. How can I ever repay you?
Just stay safe.
The Maker sent you. I just know it. Thank you again.
Man. I was like, hold on. 500 silver. Whew. That's a lot of money. Well, at least Liliana approves.
Maker keep you safe. I won't forget you.
Thanks. It hurts. That's a lot of money.
I hear both Murdoch and Sir Perth are ready for nightfall. Excellent news. Of course.
What exactly are these things that
I do
attack
not
the
know.
village?
They seem to be walking.
That's the question I
corpses,
must have missed.
Men with rotting flesh that continue to attack even with the gravest injuries.
Wow.
Undead, spirits possessing the dead. There could be several causes behind such a thing, none of them pleasant.
Helpful input. Thank you,
Very
Morgan.
well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Okay. Hello, Mother Hannah. They're asking for
what is it you need, child?
blessings. Their path needs holy protection for the night.
I have done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give.
Can't you just bless them?
I can pray with them and give them my blessing. But Sir Perth wants me to call upon the Maker to shield them from evil.
Does he not realize that it is his faith alone which must sustain him? It is faith alone which will bring the Maker's aid.
Unfortunately, he seeks the Maker's protection in a far too literal sense. This is something I cannot promise nor provide.
So what does protect against such evil?
I do not know. Certainly nothing that isn't tainted with the very foul magic Sir Perth seeks protection
yes,
from.
foul magic.
I simply mean it would take the same type of power to affect these monsters that created them in the first place. I would no sooner trust that power in our hands than I would anywhere else. We are better off trusting in our faith and fighting for our lives.
I don't think it will come to that.
I wish you would tell that to Sir Perth.
What's the harm in giving them hope?
You mean you want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense? I will not lie to them like that.
Well, if they think it helps them...
I suppose their belief in the Maker's power could inspire them, but it just seems like trickery. Very well. If it keeps them alive, I will do what I must. I have a number of silver-cast holy symbols. Tell Sir Perth that he can have them, and that wearing them will confer the Maker's protection. Now please, let me tend to these poor folk. I must do what I can, and I suggest you do the same.
Thanks, Mother.
What is it you need, child?
I hope you're not exasperated at me.
May the Maker watch over you,
after all that. Look, you know, if it's inspiring and it makes them feel better right before they die, I say go for it. Hello.
Good day.
I feel like you are part of something that I am just not privy to at the moment.
This is who I told you about, Caitlin. They're going to save the village.
I am going to save the village. You're right.
It shall be done.
You are so correct, child. Okay, I am definitely going to call it soon, so probably turn this in. Look, they're all...
Those creatures haven't done us in yet.
Aha!
Redcliffe isn't going down without a fight.
It's not just Redcliffe having trouble, is it?
It's not.
I've heard the news. These are dark times indeed.
So they are.
You know, with you here, maybe we got a chance to win tonight after all.
Yeah, we're gonna have a great time. We're totally gonna win if I can remember the way to the Templar, folks. Alright, Sir Perth, I bring you your definitely legit holy protection. That will hopefully boost your morale. You know, some people do ale, some people do little silver symbols. Whatever floats your boat. I'm here for you. With my cracked skull.
The Knights of Redcliffe are ready to fight at your disposal.
You said you wanted holy protection?
Have you spoken to the revered mother? Has she offered anything?
Mother Hannah has some holy amulets.
Must we do this? The faith that will protect these men must come from their heart, surely.
If they are the same as the symbols worn by their priests, well, that would more than suffice.
You think it would actually help?
Of course I do. These are Maker's symbols. What better protection could we ask for? I will send some men to collect the amulets. Please give my regards to Mother Hannah for seeing some sense at last.
Anything else?
No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the Mayor, Murdoch, you should.
Hang on.
As you wish, Grey Wolf.
Oh, Liliana disapproves of that one. But Morgan approves. Interesting. She's like, well, let them feel better about themselves. That's what I'm thinking, Morrigan. I'm sorry, Liliana. I understand your hesitation. It's a very, very reasonable thing. But okay, that is gonna be it, because I think after this is a fight and I got places to be, things to do. So next time, I guess we will save Redcliffe from Hordes of the Undead. That's gonna be it for today. So toodles, thanks for watching, have a nice day.